Hi guys, Bran here, and welcome to another commentary video. This one's kind of be a little bit more off the cuff than usual. I don't know if it'll be a rant video, but essentially I just kind of want to talk about things, and I don't know if I've made this video before, so I apologize if I have. I just kind of like noticed this is kind of like, not bad behavior, you know, it's not really bad behavior, it's just kind of like, I think it's not bad behavior itself, but it kind of like contributes to like a bad like group mental when it comes to this game, and it's perpetrated by content creators quite literally all over the platform, both ways, and I hate it a lot, so I'm going to talk about it. And it's like, it's this idea that like everybody seems to think that they know everything about a new chapter when it releases in PTB. Like, we're not even talking like full-on release. We're not talking like when the chapter actually comes to the freaking video game. We're talking like we're still in PTB, and you know there's a ton of changes that happen to a character on PTB versus when they come to live. They could be a completely different character than the one that they were in PTB. So one of the things that I hate so much that like really drives me up a wall is kind of this confidence that a lot of DBD content creators have in declaring this character's oppressive, or this character's too strong, or this character's too weak, or these perks are too strong, or these perks are too weak. And I get it to some extent, because I can tell by looking at a character if they're going to be good or if they're going to be bad in a large range, right? In a large range. So like when Sadako was in PTB, I could tell that she wasn't going to be like A or S tier, because she does have map mobility, but it takes a while to turn on, and then the survivors can turn it off. She doesn't have anti-chase, and she doesn't have, I guess she kind of has built-in slowdown, but that's only really for new players who don't know how to avoid the condemned. So unless you're facing a Sadako that like knows how to force condemned, like it's not really a built-in slowdown. So I could tell just based on those traits, Sadako was going to be a middling or lower killer just based upon that. And that's okay to make those assertions. Just like on the flip side with Wesker has anti-chase. Wesker has map mobility. Wesker has built-in slowdown that are all guaranteed. So like, yeah, I can look at Wesker even in the PTB and go, yeah, he'll probably be good, right? But that's a vast range, right? Like that's like I'm not saying definitively he's going to be a good character. It seems like he has the seeds to be a very, very good character. And the thing that drives me up a wall is every single time one of these PTBs come out is that there's these very firm, like no, like it appears or it seems like, but very firm assertions that like, oh, well, Knight's going to be OP. Knight is such an oppressive anti-chase killer. Like these are things that I have heard so far. I've also heard killer mains say Knight seems like he's going to suck. Knight doesn't seem like he has enough map pressure. Like very, very firm assertions. So what happens is I go into these Twitch streams, right? Like I'll go to the Twitch stream of a killer, like it's mostly a killer fan base, right? And that's where, and I go into there, and they're talking about how like Knight needs buffs, or Knight needs to have more control over his Knights. Like Knight needs this, Knight needs that. Knight's going to be a dud chapter, and it's like 50, 60 people, like all on the same page, talking about how this character is going to definitively not be that great, and the dude hasn't even left PTB yet. And they're just like sure in their hearts, all 50, 60 of those people who are just like echo chambering the streamer are like, yeah, Knight's just going to be another throwaway killer. We're not going to play Knight. And it's like, how do you know that? How do you know that when he's literally just in the PTB? He's still in the PTB. You don't even know how he's going to be live. There's not any good Knights yet. Good night. Anyways, there's no good Knights yet, because like there really hasn't been enough time for anybody to master the character. You don't know what this character is capable of at max strength. You don't, because nobody's going hard at the character yet, because literally there's not been enough time he has been out. And even if they do try to sit there and master him, he may change pretty dramatically when he hits live. So all that training was for nothing. And I don't get how they could be so firm about it. I really don't. And don't get me wrong, it's the flip side for the survivor side of things. I go into so many, and it sucks, because like I love these streamers. I go into their streams and it'll be like, 70 plus people, and they're like, and they'll ask the survivor streamer, they'll be like, what do you think about the Knight? What do you think about the Knight? And then they'll go, oh yeah, the Knight's just another anti-chase killer that's going to make the game miserable. And I'm like, what? Funny that same person that said that, which I won't name names because I don't want that drama in my life. They said that they didn't even play the PTB. They didn't even play the PTB. That person who just dismissively said, "No, it's just another oppressive anti-chase killer." To 70 people had never even played the PTB. This homie had never even faced the guy. Which means that person just took the word of people on Twitter, took the word of people on Twitch, and just went, yep, clearly he's just another OP anti-chase killer, and he's just going to make everybody miserable. And that's just it. And that's just like, that's such a destructive hive mind. It really does. Like, these same people on both sides, I will say both like the big killer mainstreamers, big survivor mainstreamers, they foster such an environment of, I don't want to say depression, but like an environment of just downtroddenness, just helplessness. I think that's the word I'm gonna look for here, is like just hopelessness. Just like everything is awful, everything is bad all the time, there's never any good decisions. And it's like, how can you do that? Like at this point, you're just doing it to yourself. Like, I think that's just the way I want to say it. I was trying to find a nicer way to say it, but I feel like I just have to you know, call it how it is. You're making yourself miserable. Like, you want to pretend like it's the DBD community in general making the DBD community miserable, but it's you. You contribute to it. You contribute to it all the darn time. You really do. Like, when you don't even play the PTB and you declare that a whole character is already OP and oppressive in their first 24 hours of release, and you didn't even play the damn thing. Gee, I wonder who's spreading misery. You have 70 people watching you. 70 people watching you, and you are just declaring a character unfun and dead on arrival to 70 people when you have not even played the PTB. That is extremely irresponsible. If you actually claim to care about how toxic and just miserable this DBD community is, it's like these creators don't realize that like saying stuff like that is part of the problem. That's part of the issue. That's why they feed it. They feed it. And they don't realize that they're feeding it. And it's just so frustrating to me. It's just so frustrating to me. I mean, even if like you got like some of the best minds in the DBD community and looked at the night, it's still only been 24 hours. How is anybody making a firm and connected, like, it won't be 24 hours when this video releases, by the way. I just want to point that out. But I mean, like, when I was realizing this, when I was noticing this problem and put this down as a bullet point of like when I wanted to make the video, it had only been 24 hours since the thing had happened, since the guy had released. And we already have all these firm opinions everywhere. Even the best minds in DBD can't ID a character within 24 hours. They can't do that. It's not enough time. So I just, like, I don't know. Like, I guess I should just get off DBD Twitter, to be honest, if I want to be happy for the rest of my life. Because, like, I can't stand watching DBD Twitter just completely condemn, like, a character within 24 hours of his release, and most of these people didn't even play the PTB. And then they go in their Twitch streams and they echo chamber that. They're like, oh, I watched this guy on Twitter say everything was OP. And it's like, you didn't even play it yourself. I don't know. I feel like I wish content creators had a little bit more of a freaking brain cell to share between them, because like they want to complain all day and all the time about how toxic and awful the DBD community is. And they just don't realize that they feed that all the time by just spreading misinformation and being irresponsible about, you know, their own emotions and reactions to things. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that, and I just wish they didn't do it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I guess it was more I'll probably make it was kind of a rant. I just kind of didn't get too loud, I guess. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you. What do you guys think? Is this something that you also notice, or am I just like in a bad space of the DBD community? Let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate you so much for spending time with me today. But I do upload daily, so we'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, you know, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.